Hello, good morning. This is Andrea from Loving Yourself More. I hope the weather is nice where you are. Looking out of the window here, the weather doesn't look that bright, but hey, it's the beginning of the new school year and it's a new month. It's My phone is going there, but never mind. Anyway, I'm just dropping in to talk about to wish you a happy new month for all my friends and people on the Loving Yourself More page. I'm just saying hello, how are you? Hope you had a good summer. I had a good summer, but I have to say I'm really glad that the school is back and that I can get on with my work. I'm really happy that my son is back in school and I can get my work done and get my work out there. So yeah, really thankful. I just wanted to talk very briefly. I've been talking about boundaries a lot on my page, and also recently a lot of my clients in the workshops have been asking about how can they set boundaries and how to help them to set boundaries in their relationships. So I thought I would do some series on boundaries and self-love. So today, very briefly, because I have a meeting at 12 and I need to dash out of the house very quickly, I wanted to talk about, or I want to talk about boundaries. Boundaries are like they're like imaginary lines. I want you to think about it like it's a fence, or it's like a barrier that you put around yourself or that you draw around yourself. It's not physical. It's almost like an imaginary line that you draw around yourself to protect yourself, and also so that you can maintain a healthy relationship, or maintain healthy relationships, as it were. And boundaries are important in every area of our lives. Boundaries are important with children. Boundaries are important, in your marriage, if you're married, if you're in a relationship. At work, it's important for you to have boundaries. And one of the things that boundaries does for you as a person is it helps to protect your body, your mind, and your emotions. And it does that in a way that it protects you from the, I'm seeing the love. Thank you, Karen, for your encouragement. It protects you from, how do I put it now? It protects you from other people's behavior, so to speak. So it protects you from other people's behavior. It protects you from their attitude, So it's very important for you to have those boundaries in place. It's like a bubble wrap. That's the way I can explain it. It's like putting a bubble wrap around you. And if you're one of those people who likes to seek approval a lot, you're not going to be able to maintain your boundaries. So one of the things that happens for us when we don't have boundaries is the fact that we tend to fall short on our self-love routine. And it also has a ripple effect on our confidence. So it's very important that you learn how to create boundaries in your life. It will protect you. It will help you to maintain healthy relationships. You'll be a better person for it. And you'll be a lot happier for it. I can guarantee you that. So, I'll give an example. Over the holidays, towards the end of the holidays, a friend of mine was, she had to travel. So she asked if I could look after her child. And I don't mind doing that. It's not a problem. It's extra playtime for my child. But I can only take children in small doses because I've only got the one child. So I said yes to her, and she wanted me to take the child for 2 weeks because she had to travel in an emergency, but I couldn't take the child for 2 weeks. So I gladly said to her, I'm really sorry, I can't take the child for 2 weeks. And this is my own way of creating a boundary around myself. I had to do that for me. The reason is because I can only take children in small doses. And if I get overwhelmed and it gets too much, then I would moan, I would complain, I would not enjoy the time with the kids. And I didn't want that. So I said to my friend, I can only take your child for a week. And she said, okay, that is fine. Albeit that did not work out, that did not go down very well with her. But I had to do that for myself because I know what my limits are when it comes to dealing with children. And I knew that I couldn't take more than a week of having two children all by myself for the whole for a whole length of 2 weeks. So that's one of the ways in which I safeguard my space, and I safeguard my emotions. So I have learned over time to be able to say no to people, so now, so for me, when I say no, I don't feel bad and I don't feel guilty. It's because I know what my limits are. I know what I'm capable of doing or not doing. So in this particular situation, I knew that I could not have two children for 2 weeks. I could only take the child for 1 week. And that was what I said yes to. And, the child was happy. My child was happy. I was a happy person throughout the 1 week. And after the 1 week, I had to drop off the child. And for me, that helped me to maintain a good relationship with my friend so that we don't have, any friction between us, because I was able to set the boundary ahead of the situation. And that put me in a better position. It actually put me in a how do I put it now? It actually gave me a better standing. So I wasn't overwhelmed and I was quite happy with what I agreed to. So boundaries are very, very essential. Boundaries are essential in your parenting if you do have children. They're essential if you do have pets. They're essential if you're in a relationship or if you're married. You need to have boundaries. You need for people to know, that this is a line that you don't cross. And that is what I'm going to be talking about. So I will talk more, hopefully. Today's Wednesday. So on Friday morning, I will be sharing a lot more about boundaries, and I'll talk more about why you need to set boundaries and the importance of setting boundaries. And the fact that when you have boundaries in place, what it does is it preserves the value of self-love. It preserves your value of self-love. So what you're telling people when you're setting boundaries, what you're telling people is, you need to respect my emotional space. You need to respect my personal space. So that is all I'm going to be talking about this morning, because I have to dash now. I have a 12 o'clock meeting, and I have to travel down. So that is all about what boundaries are this morning, and why it is important. A little bit about why it is important, and I will talk more about it hopefully on Friday morning when I have more time. So till my next video. Have a wonderful day, and I hope the weather is nice where you are. I hope some sun will come out today. I'm hoping so. So remember to set boundaries. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thanks, Anne. I can see that you're watching. Anita, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And I would see you again very soon. You have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.